Welcome to sportsbookreview.com, and it's the Champions League Best Bet Show with myself, Flash, Martin Green and Alex. 4 unbelievable ties this week. That means there's 8 teams, and 4 massive teams in 2 weeks' time will be departing. Martin, I'm going to come to you first. Unbelievable ties, these. These are more like semi-final teams.
Yeah, it's amazing to see such huge giants of European football up against one another, particularly the Real Madrid versus Man City game. Those are 2 potential winners, I think, in everyone's books. But yeah, Napoli-Barcelona is a big game. Chelsea-Bayern Munich are European heavyweights as well. So a feast of footballing action for us to delve into this week. Very exciting.
Alex, there's a potential winner in every one of these 4 ties.
No, it's not a potential winner in every one of these ties, because the ties are very difficult for all the clubs. Doesn't matter if your name is Juventus or Manchester United or Manchester United, Real Madrid, and so on. So I think that we will see great matches, but in the same time, very unpredictable from the winner's market point of view.
No, Alex, you've completely missed what I meant. 4 potential winners, as in Bayern Munich could win the tournament, Barcelona could win the tournament, Juventus could win the tournament, Real Madrid and Man City could both win the tournament.
Yeah, everyone can win the tournament. Yeah, even, I don't know. No, I don't want to say Lyon. But yeah, Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid, City, Bayern Munich, that's 5 of them already.
Yeah, so exactly. So there's potential winners everywhere we look. Why don't we start with you, Alex? Chelsea, 4.3 plus 300, draw 4.1, which is plus 310, and Bayern Munich, 1.83, which is minus 120. Tough draw for Chelsea, this.
Tough draw for Chelsea, nice draw for Bayern. I think that they escaped some huge names right now. Chelsea, yes, they are coming after that win against Tottenham, but let's not forget that Tottenham are without Harry Kane and Son, both their best attacking players. Let's not forget that Bayern Munich are on fire right now, and with some injury issues for Chelsea there, I don't see nothing else than a Bayern win right now. The odds are dropping with every hour that is passing. Chelsea will be without Kante, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi is doubtful. Also, Pedro is doubtful. Abraham will return with William. He was rested last weekend against Tottenham. But Bayern Munich absolutely in top form right now. Of course, that Chelsea are not Paderborn or I don't know, any other small team from Germany. They are a big club and they will play their chance because we are talking Champions League. And when we are talking Champions League, we are talking that all the players will give everything in this match. I'm sure that Chelsea will keep things tight because they will look for the second leg. Maybe some players will return from injuries, you know. But Bayern will try to solve the qualification issue from this first leg. So I must go with Bayern Munich here at 1.78 in the morning. My morning, it was 1.83 or 1.85 with some bookies. But I also like the Alex Classic here. I think it's around 1.85 also, both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals in the match. So I will play, I have both plays with 1 unit.
Okay. Martin, I can't see anything other than a Bayern Munich win. I like -1 Bayern Munich, but I'm not going to complicate it. Maybe just Bayern Munich and over 1.5 goals, or just Bayern Munich at 1.8.
Yeah, I'm also not going to complicate it. I'm just going to go with Bayern Munich at minus 120. I just think the last time they were in London, they beat Tottenham 7-2. Former Arsenal man Serge Gnabry scored 4 that day, which was a joy to behold. I think Bayern Munich will hope for a similarly emphatic result on Tuesday. I can't imagine them blowing Chelsea away to quite the same extent. But like Alex said, they're in exceptional form right now. They're back on top of the Bundesliga. It's all clicked into gear for them. Lewandowski, as we know, is a terrific striker. They've got plenty of pace down the flanks. And they've got players that can pull the strings in the number 10 role, like Thomas Muller, Coutinho. And I'm not really sure I trust this Chelsea team at the moment. They've only won 2 of their 7 games so far in 2020. Their top 4 place in the Premier League is looking a bit dodgy at the moment as well. They did beat Tottenham at the weekend, but Spurs are ravaged by injuries at the moment. I'm more concerned about that 2-0 defeat to Man United in the previous game. They've got a couple of players coming back from injury, but I just don't think they're going to be have enough quality across the pitch for Bayern in this one. So I'm going for Bayern Munich. Yeah, not complicating it. Minus 120 or 1.83, I think it is, on a away win.
Yeah, I think that's a full house for us. We're all going to go for the Germans. And it's a repeat of the Champions League final from, I think it was 8 years ago when I think did Chelsea actually win that one? Anyway, here's another 2 giants facing off in Italy.
Hope is not a trap, Flash.
No, I don't think it is a trap.
For Bayern Munich.
No, I honestly, I've got to go with the Germans. I mean, I look at Chelsea and think disjointed, weak, don't create enough. And their defence against this attacking triumphant, if you like, of Bayern Munich players, I can only go with Bayern Munich to win this game. And -1 or over 1.5. So I'm going to find better value than 1.83. Napoli, 3.34, which is plus 234. Draw, 3.75, plus 275. Barcelona, 2.25, which is plus 125. Martin, the Alex Classic jumps out at you.
Sure does, yeah. I mean, Napoli are a difficult team to play against at the moment. We all know that Barcelona's defence isn't watertight. They're obviously phenomenal going forwards, even with injuries to key players like Dembele and Suarez. I mean, Messi's still going strong. Griezmann's proved to be a pretty strong foil for Messi, and then you've got the youngster Fati who can come in. They should be great going forwards. You never quite know what you're going to get with Napoli at the moment, which is why I'm staying away from the winners market on this one. They were having a terrible season. Ancelotti left. Gattuso's reign started really poorly, but suddenly they're on fire. You know, they've won, I think it's 6 of their last 7 games. In that time, they've beaten Juventus, they've beaten Lazio, they've beaten Inter, who are the big 3 in Serie A this season. You know, they have got quality players across the pitch. They stopped Liverpool here. They beat Liverpool earlier this season. So I'm not going to bet on Barcelona to win it. I'm looking at goals too. I think it's going to be a good game. Slightly different. I'm going both teams to score and under 4.5 goals. You can get 2.1 on that or plus 110.
Yeah, like that. Napoli, very dangerous, Alex. Barcelona, they're not bomb-proof.
Very dangerous Napoli lately. I still think that Gennaro Gattuso is not the best coach for Napoli right now. But still, I love their fighting approach in every game. They look to be also solid defensively if you checked their last matches. But also on the other side, Messi, for example, failed to score in 4 consecutive La Liga matches and decided to score 4 in the last one. So he's ready for Napoli. This is the time of the year when all the players should be in top shape, if you ask me. And I think that Messi is in top shape and should deliver in this one. Napoli, very, very dangerous. This is why I will not even look at the winners market in this one. I will look at the over 2.5 goals at 1.75. I think that you presented correct that Barcelona are not a rock-solid defense. Napoli can always hit you on the break because they have fast players and they have a great attacking firepower. And I think that we can see easily Napoli scoring 1 goal here. And why not? The over 2.5 goals for me represents the only valuable play for this match.
Yeah, I quite like Napoli at 3.34 and Bayern Munich obviously at Chelsea. Apart from that, I think we're getting massive value on all 3 home ties. So I wouldn't put anyone off Napoli. Napoli double chance, both teams to score and over. I just think all the value is with the home side. Tough place to go, Napoli, and I don't trust Barcelona to come away with a victory. So Napoli to get something out of the game for me. Let's go to south of France. I'm going to start with you, Alex. Lyon, 4.5, which is plus 350. Draw 3.62, which is plus 262. And Juve, 1.91, minus 110. Looks like a trap, Alex.
Yeah, it looks like a trap. It looks like a trap because I don't know what something is wrong with this Juventus side. Yes, they are winning. Yes, they are top of the league in Italy. Yes, they have some incredible players, but something is wrong. I don't know. The style of play I don't like. Something I don't like about them. And at 1.9, I was expecting over even money. So I was expecting 2.1 somewhere there for Juventus. I think that Juventus will be very happy with a draw match in here because they are playing the second leg in Italy, and this, into my eyes, looks like a draw. But again, I will play both teams to score at 1.87 because I really think that Lyon, with all those players, with all that amazing crowd, I think that they can score against Juventus. And we know that Lyon also in the past created big problems to big teams in Champions League. So this is another one of them. Juventus, who are trying to win the competition this year. But this Lyon side, at least at home, are very, very strong. So both teams to score at 1.87 looks like a banker for me.
Yeah, I look at Juventus and go, energy, question mark. They're very sloppy, but we know that they turn it on in European competition. I quite like Lyon double chance, to be honest. I know Lyon at 4.5, which is plus 350 to win the game. I can see them winning the game. I think they, like Napoli before them, I think that they may get something out of the game here. Juve, for me, they're just not quite at it. Martin?
Yeah, I agree, Flash. I don't like the look of this game at all. Was previewing these games earlier in an article, and this was the one that I left out of it because I can't call it. I do worry it is a bit of a trap. I know that a lot of the people in the comments are saying Juventus will be fine. I mean, I'm sure they are the better team. I think they'll qualify at Lyon's expense. But away from home in this first leg, I'm not convinced they're going to win it. They are very generous odds on Juventus when you consider the depth of quality that they've got within their squad. But like you both mentioned, things just haven't been quite falling into place for them this season. I think it's because they were so used to playing with a defensive mindset for so long. Now they're trying to play Sarri ball. They're trying to be a bit more expansive and expressive in their football. And they're kind of caught in between. They haven't quite adjusted to the new style of play yet. Yeah, a lot of times they've let me down this season, busted accumulators, and times I thought they would win, they haven't. So they're kind of on the naughty step for me a bit. I know Lyon don't have a great home record, though. Only won 4 out of 12 home games in Ligue 1 this season, which is pretty poor. But it's a big night for them. It's the Champions League. They can turn it on. So, I mean, I'd lean towards a Juventus away win. You know, odds of 1.92 I think you can get do look attractive. But I'm going to pass this one for an official pick.
Also, if you think about it, and you said that Juventus always deliver in Champions League, also Cristiano Ronaldo always delivers in Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo, anytime goal scorer at 2.1. I think that this is a good set of odds.
Yeah, because he'll always have a dive up for a penalty. I like Lyon. Good pace. They want to play on the counter. That's why they've struggled at home this season for me. Juve have got to come out, and I think that they don't like teams that can actually pounce on them. So I think that Lyon gets something out of the game. I certainly wouldn't be going anywhere near Juve in this game. Yes, maybe Juve over the 2 legs, but Juve in this game, wow, Lyon, massive price at plus 350. Well, you know how big my eyes are for the next game. I'm going to start with you, Martin. Real Madrid 2.88 plus 188 spondulis. Draw 3.88, which is plus 288. Man City 2.6 at 1.160. Martin, Real Madrid, that is a massive price for the home side.
It is a massive price. I mean, I can't wait for this game. I've been looking forward to it ever since the draw was made. This is the standout tie of the last 16, most definitely. The first time that Zidane and Guardiola have faced one another as managers. It's going to be a great, great tie over two legs. We all know that Real Madrid won this tournament 3 times under Zidane's leadership. He's back in the hot seat now. But we just talked about Ronaldo. I think they've got a big Cristiano Ronaldo-shaped hole up front. Benzema can't fill it. I mean, he's still a decent striker, but, you know, Eden Hazard limped off at the weekend with a broken ankle, so he's going to be out. A very dispiriting defeat to Levante. That is not a good way to warm up for this. The Barcelona have just leapfrogged them at the top of the table. Whereas I think Man City are clicking into gear at the right time. They've won their last 2 games, got their tails up, very angry. They've got a point to prove after the UEFA ban that they've been hit with. Even before that all happened, I saw them going to the Bernabeu and getting a result. I still think they're going to go to the Bernabeu and get a result. The odds have drifted in a little bit, but yeah, I think they're the favourites to win the Champions League. They've got great players. They're a bit younger in midfield and a bit hungrier than Real Madrid, perhaps. So I'm going to go for Manchester City, draw no bet at 1.81.
Okay, Alex, Man City, draw no bet 1.81 for Martin. Real Madrid at 16-1 to win the Champions League. They've got to get through Man City if they're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm going with the same bet as Martin at 1.81. I know that you're going for Real Madrid, but I must oppose you in this one because between the two teams right now, Manchester City are in better shape. Real Madrid have injury issues. Worse than Manchester City. Manchester City are banned 2 years from Champions League. Manchester City cannot win the Premier League this year because there are so many points under Liverpool. So they have everything in one basket, and this is Champions League, and they will try to give everything to win this competition. So this draw no bet for Manchester City away at Real Madrid. A team who doesn't necessarily is in the best shape right now. That defeat against Levante, that 2-2 draw against the Celta Vigo, in Copa del Rey also against Real Sociedad. So they lost 2 of their last 4 previous matches across all competitions. Manchester City till now, this is what they are doing. They are trying their best to be in top shape for Champions League. And I think that this is the moment. And I'm also playing because I think that Real Madrid will help with this bet too. I'm also playing over 3 goals on the Asian handicap at even money. So in case of just 3 goals in the match, you will take your money back. In case of 4 and more goals, you will win this bet. And I think that that is a good price at 2.0 plus 100 even money.
Okay, you know, if you are wanting to go with Real Madrid 16-1, I know it's as low as 12s in places. The reason that you want to be taking that prior to tomorrow night is that Man City could go out in this round. Juve could go out. Barcelona could go out. Liverpool could go out. And you take the 16-1 there and get past Man City and some of them other teams lose, you're going to be looking at about 9-2. So you are definitely going to get the value now. I'm just going straight. Real Madrid win. Have been impressed with Rodri. Obviously, Aguero and De Bruyne are world class. I wonder if the Real Madrid defeat against Levante was the old classic of not concentrating and looking ahead to the midweek Champions League game and not getting the job done. So I'm going with Real Madrid at 2.88. My banker of the week.
But how many times, Flash, did you saw so many favorites being knocked out in the same round in the last 16?
Okay,
because
listen,
you
I'm
said
happy,
many of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to debate that with you. Do you think that Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid is a given?
No.
Right, so there's a possibility of Liverpool being knocked out. Okay, do you think that Napoli and Barcelona is a given?
Yes, Barcelona is a given over the 2 legs.
Wow. And Juve and Lyon?
The same thing, over 2 legs. I think that Juventus are the better side.
Right. Okay, what's your banker, Alex, this week?
Bayern Munich, I think that they will qualify. Barcelona, Juve, and with those three, I don't think that Real Madrid will have an easy rest of the tournament, even if they pass Manchester City, which is very, very hard to predict. Again, you might be right.
No, the only thing I'm going to be right about
16-1.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
Still, I think.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to be right about is that if Real Madrid come through this tie, they will be less than half the odds to win it that they are on today. That's the only thing I'm going to be right about, but they must come through these two ties. Bayern Munich's my banker this week, and I'm going to try and go Bayern Munich and over 1.5 goals. Martin, your banker?
Oh, let me think. I will go for Flash. I'm going to go for Man City, draw no bet.
Okay, good man. Good man. Alex, banker.
I don't know. I like multiple matches. I like Bayern to win. I like Barcelona over 2.5 goals in that match. I like the over 3 in Real Madrid, Manchester City. It's very, very tough for me to I would say Napoli versus Barcelona over 2.5 goals as a banker. Okay. But I like more of them.
All right, well, that's excellent. Listen, Martin, I'm going to let you go. Alex, you stay there. We're going to get Chef Michael on the phone and we're going to go through the Europa League ties on Thursday. Obviously, you can see Martin will be back on Wednesday when we go through La Liga. And also Premier League punters on Thursday, 2:30 Eastern Time. Up 52 units of profit, and a certain host has gone from 18.7 units down to around 4.5 units of profit in the last 3 weeks. Yes, I've been sitting next to number one, and it's rubbing off. Right then, some crazy games ahead, Alex. This Europa League, it is bonkers, and it's dangerous to be betting too much in these second leg ties. Chef Michael, how are you, sir?
Flash, I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just saying to Alex that it's some crazy games and we're going to get some crazy scores because teams are going to have to chase the game in the last 20 minutes if they're behind.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a lot of goals similar to what you saw in a few of those ties in the first round. You're going to see a lot of teams coming out and trying to qualify, and I think we're going to see a lot of goals.
Okay. Alex, I fancy there's plenty Alex Classics and plenty over 2.5 goals. Why don't I start with you? Braga 1.99, which is minus 102. The draw 3.75, which is plus 275. Rangers 4.6, which is plus 360.
I went 5-1-1 last week, and I think that this Europa League is one of our favorite leagues. Like Serie A is on maybe first or second place. So me and Chef Michael, or Chef Michael and myself, are killing the bookies this season when we are together. Braga and Rangers. What a comeback from Rangers in the first leg. What a great day to support the Rangers, because one of my fellow countrymen, Yanis Hadji, the son of great Gheorghe Hagi, is transferred to, he's playing right now for Rangers, and he contributed on that absolutely great result from 2-0 down, scoring 2 goals and delivering many great balls for his strikers. I think that this guy is a must follow. I don't know exactly if Rangers is the team to be for him, but if he loves it and he will continue to score goals and play the same, I think that he will maybe arrive in the Premier League in a couple of years. Who knows? I think, but a little bit, I think that result was a lie. I think that Braga were very poor in the second half, but I don't understand why they started to have a defensive approach, because 2-0 is the most dangerous result in football, and we know that. I'm expecting another goal fest here, because Braga are forced to attack. Rangers don't know to defend. They conceded 2 goals from St. Johnson. John Stun in in their domestic league. Absolutely amazing. I've seen that match. Because of Yanis, I was looking at that match mostly, but sometimes they're playing so bad, unbelievable. So over 2.5 goals in the match for me at even money is a great bet.
Okay, I think you're going to get around even money plus 100 or minus 102 on just the home side. I like the home side, Chef Michael.
No, I'm kind of on the same page with Alex here. I mean, Braga's going to have to come out and go forward, and Rangers are obviously deadly on the attack. I mean, they score goals for fun, and once Braga starts going forward, they're going to leave themselves open in the back, and that's gonna be a deadly proposition for Braga to overcome. I mean, granted, Braga are a different animal at home. They just lost one of their last 10, and that was actually their only clean sheet in that span too. So I mean, obviously they can put the ball in the back of the net, and we know what Rangers are capable of. So I got both teams to score at 1.8. Like Alex said, I think we're going to see a bunch of goals in this match, but I'm going to just keep it both teams to score. Maybe we see a 1-1. Rangers can try to keep it tight and keep Braga from scoring, but definitely see both teams getting on the score sheet here. So both teams to score at 1.8.
Yeah, we like that. Maybe a little Braga win, 2-1, and all three of us will be in a queue to get paid out. Chef Michael, I'm going to come to you. Espanyol 2.83, which is plus 183. Draw 3.35, plus 235. Wolves 1.71, minus 142. Dangerous price, this, Chef Michael.
Yeah, it's a dangerous price, but I mean, this is pretty much over with. Wolves are going to go forward here, and they took over in that first leg with that 4-0 win and the hat trick from Jota. Espanyol are clearly overmatched here, but I think they're going to go back home and put on a show for their supporters, and they know they pretty know they're going to be out of this competition. I mean, they've just been pretty terrible across all the competitions. They've only won 3 of their last 15, and obviously we know Wolves don't need to win to advance. So I mean, that's the angle I'm going for here. I mean, they've got Tottenham on deck in the Premier League, and after that they have a string of very winnable matches against Brighton, Bournemouth, Villa, West Ham. So I mean, I think they're going to focus on the Premier League right now. I mean, I can see them trying to do this every leg. They're going to go out and win it from the first leg and then rest up for the second leg and focus on that Premier League team. And they're only 2 points behind United for that 5th spot. So now with that 5th spot in the Premier League, getting the Champions League implications with City being banned, I can see Wolves just focusing their energy and resting their guys up for their league. So I think Espanyol can go in there and maybe get a 1-0, 2-0 win. Like I said, Wolves don't need to win here. So I'm going to go Espanyol draw no bet at 1.95. I think Espanyol are just going to come out and put on a show for their fans, knowing they're about to be out of this competition.
Yeah, I think Espanyol could put on a show and actually go and win the game at plus 183, but draw no bet at 195 seems good. Alex, I'm going to come to you now. Basel 1.74, which is minus 136. Draw 3.7, which is plus 217. Apoel at 6.0, which is plus 500.
Basel just trashed Apoel in the first leg 3-0, and you could easily see the difference of quality between the two championships, let's say, with the Cypriots having nothing to do at this level in this competition. Basel with an amazing European experience. We've seen them here many times. They are absolutely amazing, and I think that they will not stay to defend in the second leg, because they know that this is dangerous, and second of all, because this is not their style. They never like to defend. So I see again Basel winning this one, and the odds for Basel and over 1.5 goals in the match is at 2.2 plus 120.
Yeah, I like that. Keep it simple. Chef Michael, Inter 1.33, which is minus 303. Draw 5.5, which is plus 450. And Ludogorets 15.0, plus 1400.
Yeah, it's another team that took care of their business in the first leg. Inter got that away win, winning 2-0. It was a it was a good match. And Christian Eriksen got his first goal, and Lukaku assisted on that one. And Lukaku got that late penalty. Inter are just flying right now. They're most likely going to advance. I mean, if anyone fancies Ludogorets to come back and overcome them, they're currently 51 to qualify. So obviously no one's anticipating them to overcome this deficit. Inter's going to be rested. They had the match with Sampdoria over the weekend, postponed. Their clash with Juventus this weekend is postponed. So I would anticipate a full squad here. Their next match isn't until their cup rematch with Napoli. So I think Inter will dominate here from the opening whistle. I mean, you look back to that first match, Ludogorets had 0 shots on goal. And what are they going to do at San Siro? It's going to be pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to enter here a couple of plays. Inter halftime, full-time at 1.95. And I'm going to go for another Inter win to 0. I don't see Ludogorets getting much out of this at 1.9. So both of those.
Yeah, I like that. Wrote down Inter win to 0 at 1.9 myself, and I think that I'm going to probably stick that in a parlay with Bayern Munich and Braga. Okay, Alex, Lask 1.97, which is minus 104. The draw 3.88, which is plus 288. And AZ Alkmaar 4.2, which is plus 320.
Again, like in the first leg, both teams to score at 1.75. Keep it simple. Keep it straight like that, because it's really tough to take one winner from these two teams. LASK, I think that they are very dangerous. I think that everyone underrated them. They are a good side. They are a decent side. And now at home, they might pull off the upset and take out AZ Alkmaar, who are not a force. Let's admit it. AZ Alkmaar are not a force in the Netherlands. They are a mid-table team. Yes, many seasons they were there, up top 4, top 5. But in right now, I think that LASK can even qualify from this double leg. So yeah, absolutely, both teams to score at 1.75. To qualify, LASK is very, if they were at 1.75, I would take them. But at 1.55, I will not. So keep it simple.
Yeah, Lask did great in the first leg going into AZ Alkmaar and coming out with something. Under 2.5 goals, I thought was probably the play in this game, and you could even go 0-0 or 1-1. I like it. I mean, I think that it's going to be a very tight game. Lask obviously did really well. Chef Michael, Celtic 1.49, which is minus 206. The draw at 4.3, which is plus 330. Copenhagen 8.5 plus 750. Celtic and how?
Yeah, the first leg ended in that 1-1 draw, which I think was probably the best scenario for Celtic. I mean, they got that away goal. Now they're coming home to Celtic Park, where they've turned that into an absolute fortress. Should see nothing but a Celtic win here. Copenhagen aren't the best traveling team in the Europa League. They've only won just 1 and 2 losses and 2 draws away from home. So that's going to be a tall order for Copenhagen to go into Scotland, where Celtic haven't lost since last year sometime, just won in their last 20. Celtic -1 at 1.83. Obviously, if they win by 1 goal, we get our money back, but I could see Celtic winning 2-0, 3-0 here. I don't see Copenhagen getting much of a attack going out there in Scotland.
Yeah, there'll be a great atmosphere there. I always thought you was going to go with Celtic to win and under 4.5 goals. Don't know what the odds are, but yeah, I think Celtic win. You just got to fight in the right combination. Maybe half-time, full-time might be the way to go. Alex, Benfica 1.9, minus 111. Draw 3.8, which is plus 280, and Shakhtar 4.6, plus 360.
Yeah, this is a classic. If it wasn't in Europa League last 32, easily a Champions League group stage match, because both teams have a huge European experience, and they can easily have a deep tournament, both of them. a little bit lucky, Shakhtar, with that 2-1 win. One of the goals was very, very strange, but we will give them credit because they fight it for that 2-1 win. But again, when you're traveling to play Benfica on the road in Portugal, it's always a tough travel. Shakhtar with a decent side, with a decent squad, brilliant Brazilians. I always love this side. I played them pulling off many upsets during the last years in both Champions League and the Europa League, and I did a lot of profit with them. I think it's very difficult for them to keep it tight in the second leg. I think that Benfica will qualify further in the competition, but again, I see a goal fest also in this match. So my bet again is at over 2.5 goals at 1.81.
1.81, you're loving goals. And do you see goals in the final game, which is Porto 2.17 plus 117, draw 3.78 plus 278, and Leverkusen 3.5, which is plus 250?
Directly the Alex Classic here, absolutely. And it was not a trap last week, by the way. Bayer Leverkusen won 2-1 at home. Anyway, we didn't play that trap. We avoided the match. We played it simple, over 2.5 goals. The bookies saw what is happening last week, and they dropped the odds on the over 2.5 goals. This is why I'm going with the Alex Classic, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at 1.85. I can easily see this being a 2-2, 3-2 kind of match, because right now Porto are forced to attack from the first minute of the game. They have an incredible firepower. Leverkusen will score too. Leverkusen are on fire in both domestic leagues, a cup and also Europa League. So I think that we'll see plenty of goals between the two sides and with both teams scoring.
I really thought that Porto could win this game 2-1 and it go all the way to penalties, Alex. I mean, I like this type of game where you'd have maybe half a unit on Porto to win on penalties at maybe plus 1,200 and half a unit on Leverkusen. And obviously bet the draw as well at 3.78, which is plus 278. Could I have a banker, please, Chef Michael?
Celtic -1.
At 1.83, we like that. And Alex?
I must go with Benfica Shakhtar over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.81.
Okay, that's great work, gentlemen. Alex, I'm going to see you on Wednesday for Bundesliga and Serie A. Chef Michael, see you on Wednesday for Serie A. We don't know how many games are going to go ahead this week. The card might be a little skinny, but we'll find value wherever you go. So good luck on Thursday in the Europa League, but I'll see you on Wednesday, chaps. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
See you guys. Thank you.
So that's Chef Michael and Alex going through the Europa Cup ties on Thursday. Remember, NCAA with myself, Donny and Max, 9:30 Eastern Time. Here on sportsbookreview.com, and then on Wednesday, La Liga, Bundesliga and Serie A. And don't forget, the hottest show on SBR is the Premier League Punters, 2:30 on Thursday with myself, Martin and Matt. See you soon.